Hey everyone! Just over a week ago, the LGBT community was shattered after the events that unfolded at Pulse in Orlando, Florida in the wee hours of Sunday, June 12th. 49 of our brothers and sisters were gunned down in a senseless act of violence that still stings for most and will for quite some time. Many have been searching for strength and for answers. While we may never get some of those answers, we will heal in time. But how? Personally, whenever I'm going through a tough time or a time of loss, I turn to music. Music has this unparalleled power to connect millions of people across the world through a range of emotions. Whether it's to uplift people or to turn to music for comfort, it will be that one constant in your life that will never abandon you. And with that came an idea: how can we be unified through music? Despite the awful tragedy, this is a time of celebration for the LGBTQ community. It's the one time of the year where we can shout from the rooftops how proud we are to become the people we were always destined to be. So I reached out and I asked people what was one song that best represents pride for them and why. I'm so excited to share this with everyone, so without further ado, please enjoy these next few stories.
I was asked to talk about any song or anthem that kind of makes me feel proud or defines being gay or is part of the whole gay pride thing. At first I was like, it's gotta be a Spice Girls song. The Spice Girls were like a big part of me feeling empowered when I was young, and I was like, oh, maybe I should pick something less mainstream and like something people don't know about that they could get into. And then I went to gay bars this weekend and I heard some songs that I was like, oh, it's gotta be that one. Like I Will Survive came on, and with everything happening with the shooting this week, and it was just like such a, like, I was bawling. And then True Colors came on and I love that song, and that means a lot to me, and like helped me a lot when I was coming out. So then I decided I'm gonna talk about Born This Way by Lady Gaga, just because it came on last night at this bar and it made me remember when that song came out in 2011. I was working at the Trevor Project, whenever it was, which is a really heavy job, and you're constantly reminded every day about youth who are thinking about suicide because they're not accepted for being LGBTQ. That song came out and we were in the office and my coworker was like, this song, oh my God. And I listened to it and it's the first time, you know, it's like, it's not just a gay anthem. It's an anthem that literally says like gay, straight, bi, transgender in the lyrics. Like a top 10 radio song that says gay in the lyrics, that says transgender in the lyrics. I don't know how to express how much that means to me as a person that listens to mainstream pop music, to be validated in that way just by saying the word. Think about all the, like, God, I was working at the Trevor Project when this happened, and honestly, our calls shot up from kids that were like feeling good. I remember some of the counselors being like, telling me about kids calling in and like feeling good because of that song. And I don't know, it's just such a wonderful way for LGBTQ people to feel validated and part of the mainstream pop culture music. It was just such a meaningful moment to me, so that's the song that I'm going to choose as my anthem.
When I was asked to pick a song for this video that represented what gay pride meant to me, it was a very difficult task. There's so many songs out there that as a gay man I love, but picking one that I thought represented gay pride was a little challenging. So I picked up my phone, I was scrolling through all my songs, but when I passed this song, I was like, this should have just instantly popped into my head. I don't know why. I didn't think of this sooner. And the song is Sarah Bareilles' Brave. You've probably heard it before many, many times. It was all over the radio for the past couple years, and I think the message behind it is amazing. The main hook of the song is, I want to see you be brave. I wish I had someone saying that to me when I was growing up as a kid. You know, it was a struggle for me to figure out who I was and find myself, let alone become comfortable with being gay and going out in public and being myself. The video goes along so well with the song as well, and if you haven't seen it, it's basically a bunch of random people who are dancing in public spaces and dancing at the gym and dancing in all these weird places and just being brave. it really resonated with me because I couldn't really be myself in public until I was at least 19 years old, which is when I went to my first gay bar and realized I could be myself there. And luckily, as I've grown older, I've become much more comfortable with myself. I can walk down the sidewalk and not worry about what other people are thinking about me. I can hold my partner's hand in public. It's because of songs like this that empower people and help people not silence themselves, because that's another thing Sarah talks about in the song as well, is not staying silent no matter who you are or what you are. So I want to thank Sarah for this song. It's an awesome song, very empowering, and to me it represents gay pride. And I also want to say I am truly, truly sorry to everyone and anyone that has been affected by what happened in Orlando on June 12th. My thoughts are with you guys. And I know we will heal from this, we will come back stronger from this, and we will come back braver from this.
I think any form of the question, like what's your favorite song or what's a song you feel like best describes blank, is the most difficult question in the world. But I came up with Vogue by Madonna, and I feel like that genuinely is the best song that I would use to describe gay pride. I think gay culture and history is so like important for us as a community to like know about and understand. I think voguing is such a beautiful expression of dance. I think it represents, like it's a declaration of, freedom, individuality. It's embodying like fierceness and sexiness and confidence. And at the same time, it's like owning your sexuality and very much just like being yourself in the face of those who don't want you to. I can't think of a better pop star than Madonna, who's really just like tirelessly championed and advocated for the gay community and for gay rights for 40 years now, honestly, and like still does it to this day unapologetically, genuinely, and passionately. I think if there really was any artist or song that we could consider iconic, it would probably be Vogue by Madonna, which has really made its stamp on history, music history, gay history. So, Vogue by Madonna, best song I would use to describe gay pride.
So there's always the moment when you're out at a gay club when they put on a song that makes the whole room go crazy. Everybody sings, everybody dances, and it's just generally kind of electric. And for me, I think that one song is Robin's Dancing on My Own. That's the song that reminds me the most of gay pride. I think it's kind of unofficially become a gay club anthem for some reason. I think it's pop perfection. There's a sadness to it, but beneath it, there's almost like a resilience, and I think that kind of resonates with a lot of people, myself included. So that would be my pick. Number one, hope I hear it this Pride. And on that note, happy Pride, everybody. Get loud with your love and dance all night.
I would say Christina Aguilera's Fighter, mainly because the Stripped era came out around the time where I was questioning my own sexual identity and where I fit in with the world. It was one of the first times that I saw a pop star kind of fight for gay rights in the LGBT community as a whole in my generation. Fighter was really one of those songs that spoke to me through my experiences with bullying. And Fighter still remains one of those songs that kind of take me back to that strength.
The song that represents pride for me this year would be Kelly Clarkson's Stronger. It's pretty apt for the events of the last few weeks and for myself in particular too. This is the first Pride I am attending and I'm really excited. I've never been before, and at the same time I never got to see Kelly Clarkson on tour until last year because I only just came out in the last year, and I was always scared to go because I thought I was going to be outed or that somebody was going to see me, and I was going to come out before I wanted to because I was too scared to go see my favorite pop star. It's a very layered thing, but for me it represents myself feeling stronger, being out, and having this great group of friends that I've met in the last year that I'm very excited to go to Pride with, and everything, and being stronger as a community moving forward after the events of Orlando and coming together. And I think it's apt, and it's a great song.
100% Christina Aguilera's Can't Hold Us Down. Obviously, in a more literal sense, this one's all about that girl power, but the message within the song can totally be applied to any marginalized group, right? So in this instance, the LGBTQ community, To me, this one is all about, of course, finding that acceptance and pride in yourself, but even more so than that, it's really about making that so damn loud and clear that people really have no choice but to listen, to really call bullshit on all the hypocrisy of society. And to me, that's really what Pride's all about, making your voice heard very loud and clear.
When I was asked to consider what song best represents Pride and best reflects and celebrates the essence of Pride, I immediately thought of We Exist by Arcade Fire. And even after further reflection, I don't think there's any other song that really captures what it is to be gay and my experience with being gay and my eventual pride in my existence than that song. It's essentially about self-empowerment and self-identification and struggling through your sexuality, your homosexuality, through the lens of the public and your family. And I'm not sure if that's what Arcade Fire intended it to be, but it's become an anthem for my existence and my struggle and my experience with coming out and being a gay man and being proud to be gay. And it's still one of my favorite songs of all time, and the video is absolutely brilliant. It stars Andrew Garfield. He plays a gay man struggling with his sexuality and struggling to come out as a gay man. And yeah, I think, even if Pride isn't about what the video captures, which is, brutalism and doubt towards the gay community, it really captures what the result of that is, which is pride and celebration and independence and freedom and understanding who you are in the face of adversity. It really is a brilliant song.
And I guess that leaves me. The song I'm going to choose is Kesha's We Are Who We Are. It's a bit of an unconventional pick, but it's the feelings and the memories attached to the song that made it a no-brainer for me. When the song first came out, I was coming into my own as a gay man and trying to discover who it was I wanted to be through trial and error. Kesha has always been an LGBTQ warrior and became a role model for me. I've always looked up to strong, outspoken women, and her irreverent, no fucks given attitude was refreshing and something I could relate to at the time. I remember when the song first came out that it would immediately become an anthem for LGBTQ youth. It was the first of its kind back in 2010 and something that I embraced. So thank you, Kesha. Thank you to everyone who took the time to be part of this video. Thank you to all the artists creating strong messages that my friends and my community can relate to. And thank you to everyone who continues to fight for us in every way imaginable. To those celebrating Pride this month, be safe, embrace each other, and have the time of your life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.